Did you ever notice this or this or these? Certainly, these are not normal. And hi, it's Naveed here. And in this video, I will let you know all about these abnormalities. But before we delve deep into these abnormalities, let's just talk about what is a being a normal for a cattle.
On an average, cows spend 3 to 5 hours in eating, which include 9 to 14 meals per day, and then they spend 12 to 14 hours in laying down or resting, and standing and walking takes almost 2 to 3 hours, and 30 minutes for drinking water. And remaining 2.5 to 3.5 hours are used for herd management practices like checking up from veterinarians and daily milking practices. And 2 to 3 time milking is done at dairy farms, and it roughly takes 5 to 7 minutes for milking each cattle. So this is the daily routine of a healthy cattle, and when you look at them, you may observe normal breathing and all the normal health parameters. But if you stay for a while and look closely, you may observe ruminal motility as well, as you can see in this video. And it seems like animal is showing its natural behavior. But what if she start eating from this to this? She's clearly eating sand, and this is really not normal. And let me explain you more about this. So this is a condition called PICA, in which animals starts eating inanimate objects like sand, wood, rock, plastic, bones, and sometimes they start licking metal objects. And this could be due to three reasons. The main reason is the nutritional deficiencies of phosphorus, sodium, and cobalt. Animals seek out dirt and objects and they think they will provide missing nutrients. And the second one is the low dietary fibers. Rapidly growing spring grass can be low in long stem fiber, which is crucial for proper rumen function. This could lead to pica as cattle try to compensate for the lack of fiber. And the last one is when you confine animals with limited stimulations may resort to pica due to boredom and anxiety. And the consequences of pica may lead to gut blockage and reduced performance.
So moving to the next abnormal behavior in cattle, in which he starts rolling tongue inward and outward without any apparent purpose or benefits. And this is mostly seen at the age of 13-month weaned calf to 25-month pregnant heifers, especially for the morning meal.
So tongue rolling could be due to three reasons. The first one is environmental factors. So basically, cattle are grazing animals, and when you confine them with limited environmental enrichment, they start doing repetitive behavior like tongue rolling as a coping mechanism. And this happened due to stress and frustration from confinement or lack of stimulation from that environment. Moving to the second cause of tongue rolling or orosthenic syndrome is the nutritional deficiency of minerals, especially manganese and copper, but sometimes phosphorus as well. These minerals are important for nerve functions, and the lack of them can lead to abnormal behavior in cattle. So the third cause of tongue rolling is the suckling deprivation. At farms, young calves are weaned too early, and sometimes they are fed from large opening that don't actually mimic the natural suckling reflex. So tongue rolling could be the sign of unsatisfied suckling reflex.
So basically, tongue rolling is not a disease as such. Moving to the next abnormal behavior in cattle, that is suckling, and this could be seen at almost every dairy. There are three types: self-suckling, intersuckling between the calves, and intersuckling between the heifers. Let's just talk about that.
Cattle mostly show suckling behavior, and this may happen due to early or abrupt weaning from milk replacer, nutritional deficiency of minerals like magnesium and copper, and the other factors like boredom and stress from limited environmental enrichment. And the last one is social learning. If one animal in a herd is doing this, the other may adopt this behavior, especially calves. Beside this, suckling can be of two types: cross suckling, in which calves suck each other's body parts like ear, tails, and navels, and the second one is udder suckling. Talking about impacts of suckling, which may include reduced milk production, as suckling can damage teats and udder, leading to mastitis and decreased milk production. And secondly, health problems. Self-suckling causes hair loss and irritation, while intersuckling can spread disease between the animals. And the last one is hindered growth. This may happen due to interference in interval feedings. But these losses can be prevented with measures like proper nutrition and enrichment, gradual weaning, separate suckers, but the most importantly, deterrents, which are anti-suckling devices that are perfect solution for suckers, as you can see in the labeled image.
Again, as I mentioned, suckling can be prevented with deterrence. Moving to the next abnormal behavior in cattle, in which it starts licking its own wool and hair, which forms a hair ball inside them. Let's just talk about that.
Hair ingestion is common in cattle. They lick themselves for grooming or each other, as you can see in this video. But excessive licking forms a accumulation of hair in their abomasum, which forms a hair ball inside them. And these hair balls, also known as trichbezoars. And this excessive leaking can be due to skin irritation, mineral deficiency, or health problems. However, these large trichobezoars can cause intestinal blockage, leading to the symptoms like abdominal pain, bloat, decreased appetite, and constipation. But in severe cases, it can be fatal and can only be diagnosed at postmortem. Moving to the next abnormal behavior in cattle in which she threw feed onto her ally, and this behavior can be called as feed flinging, feed showering, or feed throwing. And this can be happen due to three reasons. The first one is fly swatters. The cow without tails or dog tail might toss their food to scare off pesky flies that bite their back. If you look at the attached video, you might notice the tail of cattle is docked and she is clearly throwing feed onto her ally, which indicates a clear reason of feed showering. And the second one is picky eaters. When a cow get a mix of different foods, total mixed ration, they might be sorting through it and tossing out the bites they don't like. And the last one is bad mix. Sometimes the food might be clumpy. If a cow grabs a mouthful that tastes bad, it might toss it out. And the next one is eye rolling, which is also a stereotypical behavior in cattle, especially in calves. And this happened due to the lack of enrichment or confining element with limited spaces. And in this behavior, animals move eyes so rapidly into their sockets or sometimes in different directions. And the next one is head rubbing. When you observe cattle persistently rubbing her head on fences, past trees, or anything else, this may lead to hair loss or even sores at the neck or head. And this may happen due to skin irritation from parasites like lice and mites, mineral deficiencies, and boredom and frustration from confinement. And the last one is butt rubbing, and this may happen due to itching from parasites or worm infestation to that animals, dirty or wet bedding, or skin allergies.
So these are some of abnormal behaviors I have covered in this video. Also, I have added more details including references for further study. Let me know if I miss anything. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.